Hey guys, this is Enlightened Tarot here with you today. Um, Sorry for not being able to post any videos in the past week or so. I don't know how long it's been. Things have been pretty chaotic over here with moving into my new apartment. But I just wanted to make a quick video. Basically just to say that yesterday was my last day for tarot readings for a while, so I can take this well-deserved break to prepare myself for the birth of my child. And I kind of, have a few messages that I, want to talk about today. So, first off, I would like to say I'm grateful for everyone who has supported me and my page, and who has gotten a reading from me. And I also want to say thank you for everyone who took my advice and recommendations and ran like the wind and changed their life, because that's the reason why I do this. And it truly, honestly, it's absolutely incredible when people come back to me days, weeks later and tell me about all the amazing things that have happened for them, or when they come back to me for another reading and the cards are just the complete opposite and it's just amazing, fantastic. So thank you for that. I also want to say that if you have received a reading from me, it is now your job to take the information and the advice that I have given you and do something. You can't expect things to just happen for you. You actually have to put in the work. And I say this because not just with the people that I given readings to, but people in my life, people that I've just seen on social media posts, who they receive a reading or they receive counseling or some sort of guidance, and they expect that their entire life is going to change because they received this guidance. That is not how this works. That is not how life works. You have to take the information you were given and you have to take action. You have to put in the work. You can't expect everyone else to do the work for you. And that's just kind of what I've been experiencing with, people, around me. And I just want to, make sure that's clear. If you want something to change, it has to start with you. Nobody else is going to change things for you. That's just not the way it works. And then just a few more things. So when I do start doing my readings again, I am going to change things a bit. They will no longer be free readings. I am going to start charging, but it's not going to be super expensive. I'm thinking, less than $20, 20 US dollars. So, that's not a lot compared to a lot of people who do charge for readings. My goal is to help people, and I want to make my services as accessible as possible. But I've noticed in the 2 months that I've been doing this for free that people tend to take advantage of my services, or they don't actually want help. And I've come to the realization that when you do charge for readings, it kind of weeds out the people who are serious about taking charge of their life and people who aren't. Because if you're serious about taking charge of your life, you're going to invest a little bit of money in doing so to get the advice and guidance that you need to help you on your path to know what decisions to make next, or what is actually happening, versus people who come to me and just ask questions that don't really matter. And that kind of goes against my entire belief system, all of my ideals, and the reason why I started this page. I heavily believe 100% that we should not be focusing on our external circumstances. But yet, the majority of the people that I have helped do focus on their external circumstances. And that's, everyone is on their own path, and I'm not judging, I'm keeping an open mind. But when you start to focus on your internal self, everything outside will change. And that is the message that I want to set, that I want to put out into the world, into the universe. Because you're not going to get anywhere by trying to change the people around you or the circumstances around you. You're going to get places, you're going to grow, you're going to change and evolve by changing yourself. And that's what's important. You have to change yourself before you can change anything around you. And I've just noticed that people would, they don't take it seriously. They don't take my advice. And then they keep coming back to me with, the same old, well, this hasn't changed, or I don't know what to do, or, I've given you all the advice that I can. And, now it's your turn to take it and do with it what you will. And I've just noticed that my energy is so off balance. And it's great when I help people who actually want to change their lives, who actually want help. My energy is skyrocketing. It's out of the roof. I could run 3 miles. I feel great. I feel supercharged. Versus people who I do readings for, who are asking about their external circumstances and this person and that person. And once again, I'm not judging. I'm trying to keep, I'm keeping an open mind as much as possible. But I've noticed that my energy for those readings, they're just super low. And for me, that's a sign that that's not what I'm supposed to be doing. Whenever my energy is super low when I'm doing something, that's a sign from my guides, from, source energy, that you're wasting your time. This is not what you're meant to be spending your time with. And I haven't been ignoring those per se. I've been listening to them, but it's basically I'm sacrificing my energy for people who, ultimately, deep down, subconsciously, they really don't appreciate it. Because if they did, they would take the energy that I've given them and, change their life. So my services will not be free anymore. I will be adding new services as well to my page for spiritual guidance and different things like that, to kind of help with, okay, this is a reading that I received, now what can I do with this information? So yeah, that's really what I wanted to put out. I really hope that everyone that I have helped in the past 2 months really does, take my advice. And there are some people who they've taken my advice and they respond to me and tell me how absolutely amazing, it worked out for them and all this stuff. And I am truly grateful for that. I really am. And I also just want to say too, so I kind of received this message the other day. about, I just moved into my new apartment, kind of got settled in, and I was like, okay, what is next for my business? What is next for my page, my YouTube channel? And I was sitting there and I was trying to think and brainstorm, and nothing was coming to me at all. And then I received the message of, there is nothing that you have to do. Sometimes the action that we have to take is to sit back and let things come to us. Sometimes that's the action. And I was basically told that to figure out what step I need to take, like what is my next step in life, you need to focus on balancing yourself. Because I was pretty off balance and moving into my new apartment, trying to like unpack my boxes and, figure out where everything goes. And, with being, 36 weeks pregnant, like, there's just a lot of stuff, going on. And I was, pretty off balance. So, it was like, get yourself back in check, balance yourself, get your energy where it needs to be, and everything will, will come to you. And what do you know? No joke. It's the greatest blessing. I have received the next puzzle piece to my life's purpose. And I have received the next steps that I need to take in my life personally and for my business and my family. And I'm telling you, it's incredible. So, like I said, my overall message, focus on you. Focus on what you need in your life internally, emotionally, mentally. Focus on that, and everything else around you will fall into place. Okay? So that is all I have for you today. I will not be available for tarot readings, like I said, but I'm open to, questions. If you have a few questions, I will try my best to answer them, but I will not be doing any readings. So if you do have any questions, feel free to message me and I will do my best. So thank you and have a beautiful, beautiful day. Bye.